So hello, peace be upon you. Welcome to another episode of the Happiness Revolution, where I talk about stuff that will make people happy and change the world. So today's talk is about developing your career. What's the tip for today is getting married. And if getting married is a difficult thing or whatever, I'll talk about how to go about doing that and making it possible in another episode. But why should you get married and how does that help you with your career? Well, statistically, first of all my talks are not just my own ideas, but these are ideas given in spiritual teachings throughout the ages. And people are unaware that those spiritual teachings have benefits in this life, not just in the next life. They're not just a bunch of rules to make your life difficult either. So, getting married statistically helps you be better in your career. And why does it do that? Well, you can see it controls all sorts of things like your hormones and stuff like that. Gets you more focused, and this is my experience in talking to many people. One of the things you'll do in your happiness journey is that you'll start talking to more people and not making so much small talk. You will be more interested in understanding people, and as I speak to people and their personal issues and finding out about them, I find out more and more that getting married focuses you and agrees with the statistic that is known if you can just search on the internet, that married people have better careers, better jobs. And so it's true in my experience. So there's one thing that kind of mentally it makes you focus, maybe because you're attached to somebody, you have to be more serious. And also your hormones and stuff like that, you're not looking out to, well, hopefully spending less time looking out for other women or men, whatever, whichever way you're looking at it. So you're not you're not spending so much time trying to attract other people, you're focused on actually getting something useful done. And stuff like that. And also, it's known statistically that people who are single spend a lot more money on themselves, and that kind of ties into what I just said a minute ago, which is people are kind of really distracted when they're not married, and so that can help you get more focused and waste less money. Some people might think, oh, getting married makes it more difficult to start a business or go in your career because you have to focus on somebody else. But actually, it helps you focus more. You can, search up the statistics on. Well, it obviously seems to make a difference, right? People who are married have better careers, so it doesn't actually distract you. It keeps you more focused. When I say hormones, I'm trying to make this kid friendly, so you say have more sex. I suppose all kids know these kind of words anyway, so let's not be too silly about that. Okay, so that's that. I'm trying to think of what else was it that I was going to say. Yeah, so I've seen in my experience so many times that people who are not married are really distracted and drifting from one career after the other, and the reason why I make a certain episode is I meet somebody and who reminds me of that, and I feel sad that person is going through that kind of, that issue, and that's part of the happiness ethos, is that you feel and have more empathy for other people, you become more human, and those are the kind of different driving factors for each of the episodes. I'm trying to explain that yes, these talks are all practical talks to be of some use, and these are not just vain talks, useless kind of me and my little bubble. It's me trying to help humanity, but at the same time, I'm not trying to show off. At the same time, I don't know. Suppose anything you say could be understood as being showing off. And I suppose I want to explain some of my own experience of before I got married, I was looking for ages for a job, for a year actually, any job, and I couldn't get a job. And as soon as I got engaged, and I got engaged when I didn't have a job, suddenly 3 jobs came to me, and they weren't very good jobs, high-paying jobs, but each time I had a child after that, somehow I got pushed up the career ladder, I suppose you could say that. So that's not necessarily a strict thing that you have to get more money every time you have a child, or more money when you get married. Yeah, there is a rough correlation, but generally it will benefit you one way or the other. It will benefit you in different ways, in very surprising ways. I would say expect to be surprised, but it will benefit you. Keep an eye open for the benefits. See, these talks are to make you more aware of yourself, your needs, the way your mind works. So getting married helps your mind work in a better way so that you get more focused and get a job. But also to make you aware of how the world works with you, these weird forces that control things that make you get in your life. So I didn't really get any more focused to get the job. The job suddenly started coming to me. So there's a two-way thing happening here. You can get more focused, but also things will happen to you when you do these good things that I'm talking about. And as usual, as I usually say, don't take my word for it. Even just having the right intention, saying I want to get married because it's a good thing to do, taking responsibility. Well, if you don't believe it's a good thing to do, but how can I say it? If you already believe that getting married is a good thing to do, and you say I'm going to go and do that, automatically that will benefit you as well. So you don't necessarily have to take my word for it that any of these things that I'm suggesting will help you, but I've given some evidence already, and try things I'm saying out, and you'll find more and more that they do help you, and hopefully it'll encourage you to do some of the harder things that I'm suggesting. So thank you for listening. Hope that was useful.